It is December 28th, 2016. We're here at 163 Glover Avenue in Chula Vista, California, 91910. We're going to inspect the main sewer line. We walked the property, and we're here on the north side of the property, and we found inside the back unit there is a clean out off what appears to be the kitchen here. We found one at the front of the building. That is also on the wall, a 2-inch drain line that would lead into the sewer. But we're first going to attempt here from this one farther back to make sure there's nothing else wrong with other parts of the main sewer under the building. So this is the first camera. We're going to attempt to get through this part of the system. We'll see if we can maneuver through everything with all the smaller pipes and turns. So this is all plastic ABS pipe. Okay, here's where this 2-inch drain line is emptying into the actual sewer main for the building. Here's a T-junction that's picking up either the bathroom for this unit or the bathroom from the unit upstairs. Here's another quick T-junction, another T-junction. So this is all plastic 4-inch ABS pipe. Okay, here we have a turn on the line for a T-fitting. So you can see this is turning and then it's dumping into a T-junction to change direction slightly. So we're still in the main sewer for the entire building. It's still all 4-inch ABS plastic. Still no issues or problems with the line. Here's we have a T-junction there. You can see some water dripping down into the line coming up here at this next T-junction. So we probably either have somebody that just turned on a faucet and is draining out, or we have a possible faucet or toilet that's leaking constantly, and this is draining into the system. So this is right at about the 53-foot mark or so. And we'll go ahead and note when we come back that's still dripping and draining down into there. And if we have to come back to the property, we'll have them do an inspection inside the unit to see if there is, in fact, a faucet or a toilet dripping nonstop, causing this wasting of water here. So we'll continue down the line right now for the inspection. Okay, the line is still all clear. We expected it to be. We shouldn't have any problems probably until we get out towards the front of the building. Depending on how far we get, we may pause the video and we'll announce that to move our camera equipment to the front if it gets too difficult to push. Okay, we're going to back up just a little bit here. You can see down the line there's not much standing water, but there's just a little bit here starting at about the 63-foot mark. And the pipe is 4-inch, but the camera is only 1 inch in diameter, so the center of the head is a little over ½ inch from the top, so it may get to be where we can't see anything here with just a little bit of standing water. So there's a little bit of paper there you can see. A little bit of feces and paper there. Our view is kind of skewed, but there's nothing we can do until we get this pushed out. So you can see it's kind of running through the system there. So hopefully we'll stay above the water here now for the rest of the way out so we get to the possible problem area. Okay, here we have what appears to be a turn on the line. We're going to back up just a little bit. Pipe's at a little skewed angle. As far as we're out, this should be a property line clean out. I'm going to keep pushing out, so it looks like that's running down at a pretty steep angle. So that should be going out. Here's another turn on the system. This could be our problem spot right here. So what we're going to do is we're not going to be able to get by that. We've tried pushing a little bit. We're not going to force the issue because this is a very long distance out, and we've made a lot of turns already. So right past that turn there appears probably where our issue is farther out, which is probably going to be getting close to the sidewalk area almost. So we're going to go ahead and pull back the camera here to this clean out, or at least it appears we believe this is going to be a clean out laying on its side. It may just be buried. So it's a little bit farther up. We're going to go ahead and pause the video for a second while we go ahead and just locate this part of the pipe right here, right before this T-junction. Okay, we've located this pipe. This is in fact in the front yard, and it is approximately 4 feet 1 inches deep, so it's right about 49 inches deep. And as we push forward here, this is where we first stopped and located. This is almost exactly close to 6 feet away from the sidewalk on the front lawn area. We've got it all painted out with a green line, about 4 feet long, denoting this little area right here. And so again, as we push forward, this is then a clean out that then makes a downward turn and then recorrects itself. So we're going to go ahead and use another camera from the front clean out that might have the ability to look up that pipe and see if we can see up that clean out, and then we can try to see if we can expose that clean out to then continue and locate beyond this point and push through to determine what's wrong with the pipe, if it's roots or a broken or misaligned section of pipe. So we're going to pause the video. Okay, so we actually just pulled backwards, and as you can see here, we actually encountered the roots that we thought were further up in the line. So as we back up on the system here, right here at 78 feet out from where we came in from, we have roots intruding into the sewer pipe here. So you can see those large roots all enveloped, and you can see that paper and feces all bundled up and clogging. As you can see right there, that is a massive intrusion on the system right there. So that's a definite problem. We may not have a problem farther out the line. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and push back forward again here, of course, and locate where this is at that needs to be dug up and repaired. Okay, we've gone ahead and located this area that has all the roots intruding. The pipe is approximately 2 feet 8 inches deep, so it's about 32 inches deep, and we've marked it with a bunch of green paint. This is right under one of these small mini palm trees, so that's obviously what's broken into the line due to a bad glue joint or an abandoned cap, something, or a cracked pipe. And it is approximately a little under 2 feet away from the edge of the building. So again, this area is where the sewer line is running to. This runs in the front yard before the sidewalk, so that's the west side of the building, and it's right in front of unit number A and about the middle of the building. So we've got that all marked out. We're now going to go ahead and pull back. So again, you can see here how large and intrusive they are. I'll take a quick snapshot photo of that. So that needs to be dug up, as well as the clean out that is in the front, so that we can expose the rest of the line in case there's some other issues, which we don't believe there are. I believe this is going to be the only issue that was causing all the problems here, but with the other clean out, since it's there, will just be brought to surface or exposed and then put a cover box on it. So we're going to go ahead and pull back on the line here to now ensure that that area of water that we ran through for a while is not problematic anywhere else. So the water, as you can see, is not going to get in front of the camera since we're pulling backwards. So here's this little pocket and pooling of water that's hanging out on the line, but it's not creating a wave as much in front of the camera, so we've got a pretty good view here now. And once we get back to 50 feet or so, we'll be completely clear of this entire little pocket of water, but looks like we're not finding any other issues. Everything's looking good. Okay, there you go. So now we're back to, here's that spot that had the water dripping and dropping constantly. It's still occurring. So that's a little odd for that to be happening of such a long period between us. pausing the video and relocating. So they may have a high water bill here. So it looks like this should be far enough out. They would have to be unit number A or the unit above that. But we're obviously going to recommend the management company do a complete inspection of all the plumbing inside the units in case this happens to be coming down some other lateral vertical pipe from the other back units, which are B and the unit above that. So we're going to pause the video while we pull this back because we've seen all this area already. Okay, we're now here at the front of the building, and we just wanted to shoot this with our camera, like a video recorder, essentially above ground here. And so as we look forward here, you can see the parking in the front, and you can see that green line on the ground right there. And that's the sewer line, and as it goes forward into that red apple for a few more feet, then again there's a buried property line clean out there that's getting close. It's right in front of the water meter where we're headed, but that's what's going to be dug up and exposed for that clean out access, and then we can go ahead and verify the rest of the pipe out in the street is not problematic. And as we pan back around this way here, again back toward the building, and so you can see right here, there's the little bathroom window, we believe, right there for unit number B. And then as we go down forward, you can see this big green paint mark right here on this palm. And then the little green line with another extension, that's the sewer line. And under this little palm right here, that is where the roots are growing into the pipe because the pipe is either broken, collapsed, or has a broken off T-junction that was another clean out possibly. So again, this is right in the middle of the building basically. So we've got that all painted out. That's again approximately 2 feet 8 inches deep. And as we pan over here again, that line is already 4 feet deep, but the clean out may be extended partially up, and we're going to put another camera down the line to see if we can see up that clean out if we're lucky with another camera. So that's this property here, 163 Glover. So we're going to go ahead and pause the video again and change out cameras. Okay, we've got another camera hooked up. This camera allows us to pan and tilt, and it's a very small camera. We're going to go ahead and go into the system here on the building. This front clean out that we have should be outside the kitchen line. Go ahead and put this camera into the pipe. We're going to try to get our lights turned up as bright as they can. And I'll start pushing this camera through the system here. We're hoping we can continue to push this out past the root intrusion and down into the part of the line. Okay, here's another vertical drop on the line, so this is going to get a little bit tougher here. You can see there's a lot of food and grease buildup. But we were able to get through there into the main. Okay, here you can see we're passing the root intrusion that we passed from going by the other clean out. And we're going to run back and forth through that, try to move that debris out of the way. You see some paper and stuff right there. And then what we're going to do is we have the ability to look upwards, so we're going to flip the camera angle. And so we're actually staring upwards right now. But the root ball's so thick, not really seeing anything, so we're actually looking at the top of the pipe. And as we come back here, there's just too thick and heavy. We're going to go to the forward-facing camera again to determine whether or not, again, there's just a break, a split, or if there's something else going on with the actual area where there could have been a T-junction. So we are pushing forward right now. It's a little bit darker than the other camera image. Let me see that we have our lights on full brightness here. Appears to be, so we're in a 4-inch plastic pipe, not showing extremely well inside the pipe as we hoped, kind of dark, but we're going to continue forward anyway in case we can get a chance to possibly determine that clean out. Okay, here's this turn on the line. So this is in fact the clean out. A little bit brighter there. So we're going to try to push this forward as little as we can. We've got water coming by the system now. So now we're going to flip our cameras to the right. Try to rotate this a little bit if we can. Look upwards. So there we go. Now we're looking at an angle, trying to look backwards. We're going to switch to the up-facing camera, and we'll try to rotate that around. Okay, so now we're looking up that clean out. So we're going to rotate around. So let me just kind of show this again. So that's looking up that clean out. So we know that it goes up a little bit. We of course can't tell how. Here's the bottom of the pipe where the water's flowing by. As we rotate the camera by, you can see it flooding on the bottom. So we can only see so far up, but it does continue up, which it had to go at least a little bit. But from the little bit the camera can see here, oh, somebody just flushed a toilet or emptied out a sink full of water there. So a lot of water coming by, but anyways, we push forward again here just a little bit, see if we can get by that water dumping in. Let's switch to our center camera here real quick. So anyway, we've got this marked out, so we're going to go ahead and pause the video. We've got everything marked on the property, so now it'll be time to go ahead and dig these two areas up and get these problems resolved for the residents and the owner of the building. So that concludes this recording.